Hey guys, so it's me. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys, I am absolutely, utterly, and totally speechless. This talk that I went to just literally blew me out of the water. You know, it's funny. It's one of those things that the word feminist. It's funny. Growing up, I was a child, kind of growing up in the '80s, and it's funny. There's just so many like kind of definitions that I grew up with, and kind of like I always thought that like someone that was a feminist, I don't know, I would always just kind of think that they were, I don't know, I never considered really myself. I've always considered myself a really strong woman and engaging strongly for the underdog, and I consider myself a warrior. I consider myself a woman that supports other women, number one. And if any female is in distress or hurting or being abused or anything like that, like I grew up just my mission and reason for being here was to not rescue, but stand beside, to empathize with, to listen, to hold your hand and get you up, and to learn to fight again. So that's my whole thing in life is just being a strong female. So the talk that I just went to tonight, which you'll watch on my YouTube video, I'll have linked with this, was on this female documentary artist. She's been working on this for the last 10 years. And they're called, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, vendettas. And basically what they are, there are many different phases of these female dancers. Some of them originated and started in 1920, and the photography of some of these dancers is just very film noir, just very, very, very beautiful. But what's really amazing and beautiful about her documentary is that she gives you, I haven't seen it, it's filming here, and it's going to be showing here in San Diego. She's had previews all over Mexico City, I think is the film festival that they're just coming back from. But it's a really important piece because it really captures a lot of these first female artists that would dance in these cabarets. They'd have these big plumage and feathers, and they would shimmy and shake and just be very, very sensual and just very, very beautiful, but very in control and in their own power. And what was really neat I learned tonight is that a lot of them really were connected to very powerful political circles, and they were very, very, very powerful women. And what's neat is that it's kind of like it's the beginning of women turning on their own power within themselves volitionally. Now, what's interesting is she kind of notes, she goes through the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and then the 70s through the 80s. And she does a notation of kind of even how, though, that these different sects of different groupings, how male photographers started to kind of take over. And you can see the difference. She showed some of the male photography, and then she showed, in contrast, some of the female photography. And you could just tell such a difference. Like, the eye was totally different. When the female photographer was taking photographs, the female photographer was allowing these dancers to almost be more in their power. That's what I noticed. But anyway, the neat thing is that she is preserving the artistry and the dignity. These women were like female sculptors. They were like female, what is the word I'm looking for? Installational artists. Like, their art form was on stage in that moment, and just really, really neat. What ended up happening is that all of these cabarets that these people used to go to celebrate these dancers, I guess there was in Mexico, there was a big, something happened. I don't know if it was like an earthquake or something, but a lot of these buildings were destroyed. So these cabarets were no longer there for these females to